Okay, you guys, I deleted the other video. I was going to publish that one, but my battery died, and I decided to go ahead and delete that one and make another one. So, sitting in the car, I just 5 mile walk. I do a 5 mile contemplation meditation walk. And I think about, what's going on with me, myself, my family, business. I suggest you do the same. Sometimes introspection, the ability to look at what you're doing, what you're all about. Are you going forward, falling behind, spinning your wheels? Sometimes we just need to make sure that we do a self-inventory every once in a while and see what's going on with our own lives in addition to what's going on around us, okay? This particular session, I feel sort of compelled to talk about the economy because sometimes you have to look at the broader perspective to really determine what's going on in order to get an idea of how things are affecting you and others around you. And the economy right now seems to be, let's see if Carolyn wants to join. The economy right now seems to, for the most part, as far as I can tell, there's a few things definitely to be concerned about. One of them is the latest budget that Donald Trump is putting in place. It's a $4.4 trillion budget. See, we already have a $1 trillion deficit, and he's adding $4.4 trillion. And I think over a 10-year period, if he gets what he wants, we're going to end up paying $7 trillion over a 10-year period. Not paying down the deficit, not getting the surplus like he promised, but adding more to it. So, excuse me. I think a lot of you who unfortunately are going to be hurt very badly, okay? There's going to be a whole bunch of people that are going to be hurt very badly. They're going to be in a very terrible situation, mainly because he's putting a lot of emphasis, and if Congress approves what he's doing, which they have yet to approve it, he's going to give the military the lion's share of the money that he's requesting, while at the same time social services are going to get cut back, especially, I think, Medicare. Some of the others, the EPA, you name it, they're going to get cut back. So, as far as I can tell, this is going to really do a lot of damage, okay? Unfortunately, see, Donald Trump has not been able to produce the revenue, the cost savings to offset a lot of the things he wants to do. And like I say, when you can't come up with enough revenue, and right now that's the major problem in the United States, tax revenues are falling way behind the expenditures, and that's where you get the $1 trillion difference. When you have more people that are extracting value from the system and not putting into the system, then you get a deficit, right? And I'm not blaming individuals as much as the people in Washington and corporate America, because they really know how to rig the system and take advantage. The poor working people, they don't have someone just say so in the matter. So anyway, a lot of you guys are going to get very bad because you in cryptocurrency markets, we're trying to actually develop our own economy, and that means, use excuse me, Bitcoin, use cryptocurrency to do that means money back and forth, be able to shop, basically develop our own ecosystem, our own our own alternative to the economy. So when this economy collapses, and it's going to collapse because you guys got $20 trillion worth of debt you got to pay back to the Chinese and other countries, And Donald Trump could add about $10 trillion more to that if he gets what he wants. So, the only options is for the central bankers and the Federal Reserve to print more money. That's going to devalue your money even more. And the people, the Jerome Powell, the new guy who replaced Janet Yellen at the Federal Reserve, he has to raise rates. Sooner or later, these guys are going to raise rates. And when you pay interest on top of $20 trillion, which they have to do, when you pay higher interest, that means you won't be able to accomplish anything at all. Excuse me. So I'll get a little bit of cold, I think, or something. But anyway, you guys, your budget, your deficits aren't going to get paid anytime soon. Your money is not going to be worth anything at all. Economic survival is going to be a constant struggle going forward. More and more people are going to fall into the rankings of the poor and poverty-stricken. A number of people are going to be, of course, the 1% is going to be enriched significantly because they have the wherewithal to get around these issues. But, the working folks, you don't have a chance. So I just want to make sure you guys understand. I'm not trying to be really pessimistic and just like a down, depressing down thing going on here, but just realize I'm giving you the facts, okay? $20 trillion, maybe $30 trillion of debt that needs to be paid off is not going to help you. Raising the interest in the near future because you don't have a choice, that's not going to help you. Cutting social services is not going to help you. Having an economy where everybody has 2 or 3 part-time jobs, driving Uber, Lyft, and everything else. The gig economy that doesn't help you if you don't have any medical, dental, or health benefits, or retirement, or whatever. So, wake up, you guys. Get out of the fiat, this beat-up, antiquated fiat system with the dollar backed by nothing at all. It's toilet paper currency. Get into the cryptocurrencies, okay? These things are backed by algorithms and math and significant processing power. The miners and the infrastructure and the money coming from Wall Street and all of the things that make up the cryptocurrency ecosystem is obviously a threat to the traditional financial system. And we know it's a threat because we hear people like Janet Yellen, Jamie Dimon, Warren Buffett, you name it, all of these people are constantly flipping back and forth. Cryptocurrencies is bad, it's for drugs, it's for porn, it's for gambling, and then they flip within about a month or less. They flip totally, all of them. And they say, cryptocurrencies doesn't seem to be going anywhere, doesn't seem to be disappearing, doesn't seem to be slowing down, doesn't seem to be falling apart. Matter of fact, it seems like more and more people are asking about it. The younger generations are definitely looking at it, they're embracing it, and they're going forward with it at a significant pace. So you guys understand this is going to be the new economy. When the old economy collapses completely, this is going to be where you're going to fall into as a way to rescue yourself. So you might as well familiarize yourself with it, start learning about it, start going to meetups, start going on YouTube, et cetera, learning about cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, the blockchain. All these things are going to be very, very relevant in the very, very, very near future. So start learning about it. That way you can transition a lot easier. A lot of the older people who trying to ignore this and don't want to have anything to do with it, they're going to suffer because they have too much vested into the current fiat system, which is falling apart and self-destructing. It's going to implode, and it's imploding already. Okay, we can already see the warning signs and the cracks in terms of us having trillions and trillions of dollars of debt, not being able to pay it off, no money for infrastructure. Listen to this. To fix our infrastructure, we need about $1.5 trillion. Trump can only come up with $200 billion. That's like a fucking down payment on a house where, you're trying to finance a loan with 2 or 3% down. That could come back to haunt you more than likely. The more you put down, the more standing, more equity you're going to have, the more say-so you have. But this stupid government of ours thinks they can put $200 billion into infrastructure development, hoping to sell enough airports, bridges, roads, federal land, etc., to finance infrastructure development. That doesn't make any sense. Why would you sell off infrastructure when you're trying to rebuild it and bring it into the 21st, 22nd century? These idiots have no clue in terms of how that looks from outside the United States. China and some of the other countries are spending to the tune of trillions of dollars for infrastructure improvements. We can't even come up with $200 billion. Okay, that's not going to cut it. Okay, you think your freeways and your transportation systems and your telecommunication structures are antiquated now? Just wait. These idiots are not going to be able to come up with the type of money to bring this country up to par. We're below standards. We're substandard. We're not even going to be able to bring it up to standards, let alone be out in front. Okay. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of things that you guys need to look into, understand, and make sure that you understand why this is such an urgent issue in terms of why you need to get this cryptocurrency related information under your belt so that you can understand and be ready for when the current system completely implodes, because the banks are cracking down more and more. They're closing branches by the thousands. Donald Trump can't give these guys enough money to cause them to survive, because the millennials don't give a damn about banks. They don't want to walk into a branch. They don't need it. They got apps and everything. They got Venmo. They got Bitcoin wallets, Litecoin, Ethereum, going back and forth. They're paying each other using this alternative cryptocurrencies and such. So anyway, you guys wake up out there and just make sure you don't get screwed as a result of not knowing how to make this transition easier for yourself. Okay. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this thing up. I already did my 5-mile contemplation meditation walk, but I just want to pass along that critical information just in case you guys didn't know what you're up against, because a lot of people, again, are suffering unnecessarily. They're believing in this stupid fiat, nothing-backed currency that you call the dollar, and they're believing the crap coming out of Washington, and they have no idea why they have to work 2 and 3 jobs and why they can't participate in the American dream as they were promised. You guys have a great day.